Hey guys, so today I'll be doing my January wrap-up. I actually kind of read 6 books, but not really 6 books. I read 3 books, listened to 1 audiobook and read 3 novellas basically. That is crazy for me at the moment, and even with the novellas being only something like 100 pages, it's still more than I have read in the last few months altogether, so I'm really happy with it. And yeah, let's just get into this. So the first book that I finished this month was an audiobook. It was the audiobook of The Girl Who Circumnavigated Fairyland in a Ship of Her Own Making. I think that's the whole title, by Catherine M. Valente. Okay, I personally did not enjoy this too much. I gave it 2 stars, but it just wasn't really for me. And honestly, if I didn't have it as an audiobook, I probably would not have finished it. I have to say that probably 10% into the audiobook, and also before I even started it, I already realized that it's probably not my kind of book, but I thought I'd just give it a chance, and I do not regret finishing it, but I'm glad I did not pick the physical book up, because I wouldn't have made it very far into that. At some point in the month, I don't know when exactly, I read the short story that Victoria Schwab released this month, which was called Leave the Window Open, I believe, and it was a short story that comes after The Unbound. It is from Wesley's point of view. It was absolutely beautiful. I would have given this 10 out of 5 stars if I could, and it was so short and so beautiful, and I just really enjoyed it. It's really beautiful. And now we're coming to a bit of a boring part, because for the rest of the month I read the whole Selection trilogy by Kiera Cass, plus the 2 novellas that come in between these books. I read them all on my Kindle, and I'm not going to hold it up the whole time because I'm not sure if you can even see that, but I got the Selection for, I believe, like 99 cents a few months ago. I was searching for something to read, and I really wanted to read something very cliche YA, and since I heard that the Selection trilogy is kind of like The Bachelor, I decided to read it for my preparation for the German season of The Bachelor starting in January. I am a huge Bachelor fan. No joke. So I thought that probably I would really enjoy these books, and in fact I really did enjoy them. I rushed through them. I read them all like very quickly, especially The Elite and The One. I honestly think that if you like things like The Bachelor or these awful MTV shows, do you remember like that show with Flavor Flav? I loved all of these shows so freaking much. If you love these kind of shows, you should definitely read this trilogy. Other than that, I think it's just a very average YA trilogy with romance in it and an annoying main character, but that didn't make it any less fun for me to read. So I gave the Selection 4.5 stars. After that I read the novella that comes in between, which is The Prince, and it features a scene from the Selection written from Prince Maxon's point of view, and I gave that one 4 stars. Then I read The Elite. I mean, if you have heard about the Selection trilogy, you probably know that The Elite is the #1 book where you are hating the main character so much for making all the wrong decisions and being just really annoying. But I still actually thought it was kind of fun. I guess I was just expecting it so much that it didn't really bother me anymore. But yeah, I gave The Elite 4 out of 5 stars. Then I read The One, which is the actual final book in the trilogy, and I gave that one 5 out of 5 stars. I absolutely loved the ending. And then after that I read The Guard, which is actually a novella that comes in between the 2nd and 3rd book, and it is a scene from the 2nd book from another person's point of view. I did not give this novella a rating because I do not like the character very much, so I thought it was kind of unfair to rate this book after the character that the point of view was from. I don't know, I thought that was really, really dumb. So I decided to just not give The Guard any rating. I said like actual last book in the trilogy because sometime this year there will be a fourth book in the series then coming out. I will pick it up, I'm very sure about it. I'm honestly not too excited about it. So I don't have too many books planned for reading in February, so I'm not going to make like a separate February TBR video, but I do want to talk about a few books just to remind myself, I guess. First of all, I started another novella that belongs to the Selection trilogy, and that is The Queen. And it is a novella that I guess can be read anywhere in the trilogy. It is about, well, the Queen, which is Prince Maxon's mother. I don't know if it's about how she won the selection, but it's definitely about her time in the selection. And it's very, very interesting so far. I think I'm like 40% into it, but I just was crazy busy at the end of January and like the beginning of February, so I didn't really have time to finish this one, but it's going to be one that I will definitely finish in February. Then I'm reading a German book, which I haven't done for quite a while. It is a play by Martin Speer, and this book actually contains 3 plays of him, but the only one that I am reading is Jagdszenen aus Niederbayern, which is like the worst title ever. I'm reading it because I'm doing a monologue from this play for my auditions, so I'm reading the whole play to know about the role that I'm playing while playing the monologue. Probably by the time you see this video I will have already finished it. And then I'm looking at it and I know I probably will not finish this in February, just because February is very, very busy because my auditions start in March, so there's lots of stuff going on and I will probably be in school for like 8 to 10 hours every day, which I am very excited about, but it's making me sad because I would love to finish the Courier's Daughter trilogy by C.J. Redwine. This is the 3rd book, Deliverance, and I already notice myself forgetting what happened in the other 2 books, so I really want to get to this as soon as possible because I know I forget things so quickly. I definitely hope to start this one and maybe get like halfway through it. This is what I have planned to read this month. I am definitely hoping to read more. This was my January wrap-up and February TBR. As I said, February is going to be very, very busy, so I don't know if I will have time to film, but I still have, I think, 2 or 3 videos pre-filmed from like November, so I maybe at least have time to edit these videos. And yeah, that is it for today's video, and I hope I will see you very, very soon. Bye! I just hit myself. Woo!